Yo, hey man, say man, welcome back to episode 33 of Check the Stats podcast, man. I'm here, I'm your host T Cal. Here to the right, got my boy Big Verse, and here to the far right over here, we got my boy Sandman, man. After Christmas, you know, we're Texans fans. You know, we didn't have a really good Christmas from that Texan game, and we'll let Omari kick us off. So, Omari, do the honors.
Ravens versus the Texans, man. We seen that game. What are y'all initial thoughts on that game?
I mean, despite my friends hitting me up countless times telling us that we're pretenders and we're trash and we're this and we're that, like I did already admit to that like about 3-4 weeks ago. I mean, it's what I'm expecting. Bad O-line play. CJ Stroud's not confident. The defense, I mean, that probably was the worst game they played all season long. And obviously you're playing up against Lamar Jackson, the MVP candidate, 2-time back-to-back MVP. Like, you're going up against a high-potent offense. And it's unfortunate that we couldn't take care of business. We did it against pretty much every kind of high, talented offense. Because we played guys this year. Like, Miami, for what it's worth, with, you know, Tyreek Waddle, all them. And then we got Lions. We had Bills. KC. We had Bills. We had
the Vikings.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Green Bay. I mean, the list goes on and on. We done played a lot of top-tier guys, and we've been in the scrap with them for the exception of Minnesota. So this game right here, I was kind of expecting not a blowout, but we're going to be there at least to make it a little competitive. And, I mean, for whatever, you know, that case was, it wasn't meant to be. I can't blame it on injuries. I mean, injuries play a part of it. I mean, obviously, the Texans like to run nickel. They like to go out there with 5 DBs on the field, and they kind of use Petrie as that third linebacker in a sense, where he plays close to the line and he can dictate what's going on in the run and the pass. You know, obviously, without him, I mean, we're pretty much fried. And then, obviously, the leader of our defense in Alshire being out from that hit from Lawrence, I mean, that hurts us. So, I mean, Derrick Henry, I mean, Jesus. I mean, if I see you one more time in Houston, man, I might got to take you myself. Pause. Derrick Henry, every time he comes to Houston, man, he has a field day. Like, it was so bad they put in a backup quarterback and they put in the whole second unit and we still couldn't stop them. Like, I was utterly embarrassed. Like, as a Texan fan, man, it's nothing more disappointing than seeing your team play. Fuck seeing them play. The amount of primetime games that we have, and we continuously embarrass ourselves week after week after week after week. Only good primetime game we ever had this season was the Chicago game. Mm-hmm. And even still, that wasn't even just the best game. And, you know, we kind of won at the end. But, I mean, long story short, man, we look like a one and done. Depends on the matchup we get in the playoff, but we look like a one and done team. Shaq Mason, I don't know when he's going to return as a starting right guard for what it's worth. I mean, obviously, he can't block nigga me. And I ain't played football in fucking 8-9 years. So, quite frankly, I feel like our season is pretty much a wrap. Hopefully, we can get Pittsburgh. That's who I want. That'll give us the best chance of advancing. But even still, it's like, what is it even worth? We're going to go play one of the big dogs, get embarrassed on national television. Then it's like, damn, now we got later draft position. Yeah. But CJ Stroud, man. Charles, I don't know what to say. I mean, we can sit here and we can say the line is bad.
Yeah, but for sure.
Misses are misses. And I'm a realist. I'm not a biased guy because this is my team. I say it how it is and I keep it real. This is called Check the Stats. We're checking the stats. Man, that's probably the worst game I've ever seen that man play, like,
by far,
in his life. And I mean, shoot, fuck that shit. I ain't watched him when he was in the Little League, but shit, I know he didn't play worse than that. I mean, that nigga, man, missed target after missed target after missed target. I mean, I know it's hard. Like, I'm not going to sit there and say it's not hard playing quarterback in the National Football League with a below average line. He getting sacked. He's the second most sacked quarterback in the NFL behind who's on the television, Caleb Williams. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's impossible to play the position when you have no protection, but even when you do have it, you're seeing goals. You always like, damn, if I don't get that bitch out,
Yeah, he panicking.
He on the time limit.
Yeah, I'm going down.
He like-
or I got to throw that bitch away. So I feel like with CJ, it's like he's in his head. Like the talent is there. We can all see that he's talented. And that's why a lot of people don't want to give up on him. But I think CJ Stroud, he's making it a real prime example of why you can't judge somebody based off of their first season. And for what it's worth, I mean, CJ, he's nice. Like, he is extremely talented. But these quarterbacks in the league, man, I mean, they have one good year. We kind of elevate them to that, that top tier status, or they're higher than what they ever been before. I mean, Geno Smith got paid. Tua got paid off of good years. And they're average quarterbacks. And I'm not sitting here saying CJ is average, but I'm saying maybe he is the primary example of pump the brakes. Like, you had a good 1 year. Let's see if you could do it again.
Yeah.
The situation, and it's worse because the situation apparently got better, but obviously the line, for whatever reason, decided they didn't want to come block for the nigga this year. They want to fucking dress up in designer clothes and get their hair braided. Like, we got pretty boys on our line, but I'm going to pass up to you, Charles. Texans are disappointed. CJ has to play better. Where we look like a real deal one-and-done team. And, I mean, it was an awful Christmas for me. I turned it off midway through the third when Lamar ran his 45-yard touchdown and said that he was jogging on us.
Lord.
Yeah.
Shout out Lamar, though. Shout out Lamar. He passed up Mike Vick's record as the all-time leading quarterback rusher in NFL history.
Much respect.
And
Much respect, yeah.
shit, the nigga's like 27, 28. I mean, Lord have mercy. I mean, that record going to I mean, unless Jaden Daniels become fucking Lamar Jackson, I mean,
Yeah.
that record ain't getting touched. Congratulations, Lamar. We're trash. We'll be in Cancun after the wild card.
Oh, man. I don't want you to ever criticize my loyalty to the Texans ever again.
Why?
Because I was at that game. I was there from start to finish on Christmas. That was I've been to a lot of games. I've been to a few this season. I've been to some last season, and I've been to a few when I was younger. That is probably the worst game I've seen the Texans play in my life, whether it was on the screen or in person. And the reason for that is probably because of how biased I was with how high of an expectation I had for him.
Yeah.
Like, I was drinking the Kool-Aid. I was thinking that we could have a potential Super Bowl run based off of last season, looking at the trajectory of the type of team and talent that we had and the talent that we acquired.
Yeah. I ain't mad at that.
I put Slovic on this pedestal of being one of the top coordinators in the game. Joe Mixon is Joe Mixon. Oh, so we got Nico, Tank, and Diggs. We finna be locked and loaded. O-line that's paid. Top tier left tackle in the league. Ascending quarterback who's only gonna get better. Who can stop us?
Right.
And you know who stopped us?
Us.
Ourselves. We gave up 3 touchdowns to Lamar Jackson. And he scored more touchdowns than we had points. The only people that showed up to play was on the defensive side of that ball, and that's because they were hustling. Will Anderson made some plays every once in a while, and Omari Laster did his thing as well. And on the offensive side, it was just pathetic. We couldn't get a running game going because everything was so elementary. We couldn't get a passing game going because we can't have the ball for more than a second and a half before CJ's frantic for his life. And then Stroud, as much as I love the man, pause.
But you good.
But as much as I love him as a quarterback for our team, I mean, like, at some point we can't just continue to put the blame on Bobby Slovic or the O-line or the injuries. I mean, granted, missing Tank and Stephon is definitely going to hurt. But when it comes to him missing checkdowns, like, I seen a wide open flare route that he tried to hit the running back in, and he missed him, and it was like 5 yards in front of him.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how? How do you have such happy feet to where you can't even process a simple throw to your left?
Yeah.
It sucks. I think we are one and done. And if we are to get to the divisional round, I still wouldn't be happy because I expected our team to improve from last year. And best case scenario is that we're going to have the same record as last year. I seen a quote, and I'm going to end it on this. I seen a quote earlier this day that said that the Texans last year wrapped up the division on the final game of the season. And we were all excited, Texans fans, about what they could do in the postseason. This year, we wrapped it up by week 15. And nobody is excited because we all know what's finna come. It's just a matter of time at this point.
Yeah.
And I think also it hurts. I'll let Omari, you get to it after. But I think it's a three-way blame pie. I mean, Bobby Slowick, C.J. Stroud, and an offensive line.
Yeah.
I think all things can be true. Your quarterback can't be playing good. The offensive play call designs aren't creative whatsoever. And the line just don't want to block for the man for whatever reason that may be. I mean, Bobby Slowick is the most basic, uncreative offensive coordinator I've ever seen. And, like, I'm not going to sit here and say guys going to be open at times. Like, I'm a realist. Like, niggas are open on some plays. You're not calling plays and nothing's open. Yeah. But as far as, like, okay, he's my number one. He's my number two. And he's my number three. But I have all these playmakers. I need to make sure I get them the ball. How can I make this? How can I get the most out of what I got? And I feel like with him, he doesn't do that a lot. I feel like Nico Collins' route tree is so, like, watered down. Like, if it ain't him running deep or it ain't him running a little end breaker,
it's a hitch route.
It's a
screen.
It's a screen or a hitch route.
Yeah. I mean, Joe Mixon, man. I mean, at this point, it's down set hut, and he's running right up the fucking B gap where. Obviously, we have terrorists on both guards. It's either or.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going nowhere behind that line. Yeah. So it's like you have to get creative with this shit. Like, you cannot sit here and continuously run these basic ass play calls, no motion, no creativity whatsoever, and like all that. And you would think that's just a lot to ask, but then you look around the league, and even at teams that obviously aren't having the greatest of seasons, but they still have a little more, like, juice, a little more flavor. I mean, fucking the Vikings. Like, the Vikings are 13-2, but, nigga, they utilize every single one of their weapons and get the most out of every single one of their weapons. So I'm looking at Bobby Slowick. I'm like, I know y'all the West Coast system. I know you're from the Shanahan tree, but god damn, like, you can't put players in places where they can get their talents utilized to the best of their ability. Like, I just don't feel like Bobby Slowick is doing that from what he did last year. And I'm not going to see it say NFL defense is caught up. Like, nigga, Mahomes been running the same shit for years. Like, nigga, Allen been running. I mean, he obviously got a new OC, Joe Brady. He doing a good job. But some of these guys run the same shit for years. I don't know what it is. Bobby Slowick, if you're watching this, you need to lose your job. And I'm not the guy to sit here and bash people for losing their jobs and all that stuff. That's not my game. But at a certain point, man, you can't be running the same stuff. We're week 17 in, and there's no improvement in our offense whatsoever. The creativity is gone. Nigga, the fan base hates you. We hate you. Nigga, I hate you.
God damn.
Like, I can't stand if I see another bubble screen. If I see another goddamn, what is it, I formation, it's not even an I formation, single back 22 dive, nigga going down the left side.
If I see another zone where Mixon is looking for another cutback.
If I see Mixon going for 1 or 0 yards again, man, I promise you, I'm going to be at your door. I'm going to be at your door. I'm going to be in front of NRG Stadium, and we're going to have a heart-to-heart. They're going to have to kick me out. I'm going to have to leave you some handcuffs. But one thing for sure, I'm not going to sit here and watch this shit for 2 more weeks and you not making a damn change. If I got something to say, I'll come see you. But it's ridiculous. Mar, you can go.
It's very unfortunate on the Texans side. That's a tough game, man. Y'all defense, elite. It's a very good defense. I'm going to say that. It's a very good defense. But the defense can't keep saving the offense. And it's like y'all are relying on the defense to, like, put numbers on the board, bro. And they can only do so much because the defense, they get tired too, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, y'all would get out there. I'll go to the kitchen, go get me a drink or go get me some food. I'll come back. It's 4th down. I'm like, damn, like, what the hell happened? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, defense got to go back out there again and stop them because they were making plays, bro. Like, Lassiter was making plays. The
Bro,
Neil
we
Hunter
got
was
a
making plays.
safety.
We got a whole
That's what I'm
safety
saying,
against
bro.
Derrick Henry of all
Against-
people.
Yes, bro.
And our DB tackled him out of all people.
The rookie.
Yeah.
But then you see your boy that you've been hyping up, this Henry Toa that you've been saying is just so great, getting his little ass ran the fuck over.
Shit,
He ain't enforcing no type of run stop defense whatsoever. But I told you, don't quit on him.
I'm
He
still not
decent,
gonna
though.
quit
He
on him.
decent,
I'm still not
though.
gonna quit on him.
But
But I
he
mean,
ain't
it's-
what you think.
But I mean, it's Derrick
He's
Henry,
okay.
though. He's decent. Yeah, he's decent for sure.
Yeah, he's okay. But ET was trying to make it seem like he was just like,
I ain't say he was a superstar. I just said that I didn't have any loss of faith
Yeah.
when we lost Harris.
well, shit, I know you do now. Because shit, with Harris, without Harris, nigga, Harris County, nigga, he ain't stop a fucking cold. He ain't stop a lick. Nigga, Derrick Henry was, I seen one play, nigga, Derrick Henry had the pile going forward. Eric Murray came in to hit the nigga, and he bounced off of him and started running the other way with Derrick Henry. I said, nigga, god damn it.
They couldn't stop him.
Damn it.
It's terrible, man.
Do we have football players or do we have fucking princesses back there? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, you come to hit. I don't give a fuck how big he is. Nigga, 31, fuck that. Fucking 16 other teams done played Derrick Henry, and I've never seen that shit happen.
Yeah.
He just running with a pile of 5, 6, nigga, grown men.
Yeah.
Nigga, linebackers, D linemen, DBs, and nigga, these niggas are running with him. Like, nigga, Derrick Henry is carrying the pile. Like, nigga, at some point, nigga, like, where's your manhood? You're in tech, nigga, you go home with your wife and kids at night. Fuck how big this nigga is, bro. You played the sport, nigga, you played your whole life, you learned how to tackle, nigga, the biggest nigga. We done all played against man-child when we was kids, did we not?
Yeah, oh yeah, most definitely.
Shit, we played, I don't know if you remember, he played for the Horn, his name was Two Daddy.
Yeah.
He was, nigga, probably 5'10", running back in the 6th grade, nigga, fast in a bitch, tall as hell, nigga, we have to bring them down.
Yeah.
And it's not easy, but nigga, we know, like, nigga, like, if we can't bring them down, nigga, we can't play fucking football.
Yeah.
So, like, nigga, these
gonna
are
be a problem
grown-ass
in the whole game.
men not taking care of their business. That's why I can't get them niggas the benefit of the doubt no matter how elite they is. Like, no matter who's not on the field, some shit is just unacceptable. And when they turn that shit on the field, nigga, they're going to be so embarrassed of themselves. Nigga, they let, nigga, the city of Houston down. Nigga, they let their families down. Nigga, they let the organization down. Like, nigga, like,
It's embarrassing.
it's
sucks,
only so
bro.
many primetime games we can get and keep embarrassing ourselves for the league. Like, all right, fuck these niggas. These niggas are trash. We can't put these niggas on primetime. Keep them niggas at the 12 o'clock slot and let them play all 17 on them hoes. But, nigga, us in primetime, we don't deserve that shit.
No.
We don't. Like, quite frankly, we don't. And I'm sick of watching CJ Stroud get fucking harassed and, nigga, NFL media fucking go crazy saying it's on him all the time. Like,
Nah,
nigga,
it's really not. It's really that O-line player, bro. I'm telling you, like,
He gets some accountability for sure.
yeah, he gets some accountability for sure, but like, literally the O-line collapse every time, like, the play start. Like, he literally, look at that. Just like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he has no time in the backfield to make any pass. Like, I seen one pass. Granted, he did miss a lot of easy throws. Like it was one, bro, where Nico, he ran like a out route to the sideline, and he missed him. I don't know if it was an out route or it was something. It was like a slant. I don't remember, but he missed him. He like threw it too high. I don't know if y'all remember that play.
I know what you're talking
I think
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
side.
missed him, and he was like this.
He made Dawes Schultz on the out route, Mechie.
Yeah.
I mean, the list goes on and on, niggas, about the niggas he missed. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Granted, you're not gonna make every pass,
Every
you know what I'm
throw
saying? Not
every-
every, you're not gonna make every throw, you know what I'm saying? But like stuff like that, we expect CJ Stroud to make. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Especially after the high rookie season. So.
Nah, for real. But that leads me to my next question, man. So after that game, the performance from Lamar, does that solidify him as the MVP?
Quite frankly, yes. For me, I think it's we can't ignore it. Like, we can't ignore the stats, and I know we all know the league comes down to, damn, like, this shit might get boring. So, like, let's find somebody else to crown who, like, the next MVP, because it's get boring.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, Jokic continuously win the MVP. They have to let him win that one. Yeah. Like, LeBron James, he should at least have 8 to 9 MVPs.
They get one of those.
But they, obviously they give them to other people and stuff. But we all know who the best player in the league is. I think for the longest, the media and everybody wanted to kind of push that agenda where like Lamar Jackson, like he doesn't deserve it because he wanted 2 times and then he didn't capitalize with it. Like Mahomes, he's different. Like Mahomes, 3 Super Bowls, been to 4. I mean, his shit. He isn't even competing with people here. He's competing with the nigga that owned the fucking Raiders.
Yeah.
I think he has 3,900 yards, which obviously he's going for over 400 yards. I mean, 4K yards on the season, 39 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I mean, that is incredible.
No, for sure.
But my thing is with him is like him and Josh Allen. Those are like kind of like the main 2 guys. And if you want to throw Saquon in there, you can. But I think at this point, Saquon kind of wrapped up the offensive player of the year. I think
you probably could replace him with Jared Goff just off of his record alone. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, I would say Saquon is the top 3 MVP candidate for sure. I would have put him as the race is not a 1-2 race. And I think Josh Allen lost it last week with the performance against New England. I think that was piss poor. Like obviously he has no more primetime game. He did what he did against Detroit. He took care of business, but you can't go out there and play a stinker like that, especially losing me money. Now you really you fucked up on both ends now. You messed up with the NFL media and me. So now I can't save you and the media can't save you. So you in double trouble, brother. Lamar Jackson, I mean, his team is they're leading their division. They're I believe they are a top 3 seed. They can't catch Buffalo, I don't believe. Unless Buffalo loses out.
That's the only way.
But I don't see Buffalo losing their next 2 games.
No, I don't know. Who they play the next 2 games,
The Jets and I think the Patriots again.
You haven't said all you needed to.
Yeah, so,
you haven't seen all I needed
like I said, so that realistically, the playoff seedings are really locked in for the most part outside of the 5 through 7. But I don't think Josh Allen did enough to just like put it away where nobody else can catch him. I think Lamar Jackson had the benefit of, like you're able to play Jared Goff in the Lions, but we get to play the fucking Steelers on national television on our own slot. Everybody watching this, and I went out there and put on a show. And then the week after that, New York Giants put on an absolute show. I think 5 touchdowns.
No picks.
Did his whole thing. And then he went against the Steelers when we streamed it, of course, and went bonkers. And then you get to play us, and then you go fucking crazy. You don't even play. Like, nigga, he's running to the locker room, dabbing up our fan. Come back out with a chain. Like, he done took care of business so much, nigga. Hardball said, nigga, you're not touching the field ever again in NRG. You're not coming back to this hoe. That was realistically going to be our first round matchup. And shit, he said, fuck that. I want to come to Houston. I want to host that shit at M&T. What is it, M&T?
Yeah, M&T.
Yeah, he didn't want to come back to Houston. So, Lamar Jackson, I think his success and obviously his legacy all depends on the playoff success. But as far as regular season, you can't deny 4K yards, 40 touchdowns, and under 5 interceptions. I mean, that's incredible. That's statistically his best year, and Lord knows what he got on the ground. So
he almost got 1,000 on the ground. Yeah. So he might have a 4,000. It's a stretch. But he has a realistic chance of finishing with 4K passing and 1K rushing.
Damn. He just broke Mike Vick record, huh?
And he did it on primetime national television.
He has 852 rushing yards.
Yeah. He got to go bonkers, but...
And it was against an actual good defense, so it's like...
But I don't know if he'll play that last game, though.
I don't know if he will either.
Because at that point, I'm like, at Pittsburgh...
Oh, is it? Oh, they played Pittsburgh?
No.
Oh.
They played the Ravens. I mean, they played the Browns. And Pittsburgh plays the Bengals. Which I realistically think they're going to lose that game as well. But Lamar Jackson, I think he is the MVP. I think Allen lost it in the New England game, and I don't know if he'll be able to gain that back because obviously the schedule. I mean, you have New York Jets and you have the fucking Patriots. Like, if you put a beat down on them, it's like you're supposed to do that. Like,
Damn. So what did he do wrong against New England? I ain't watched that game.
He didn't necessarily put on a show that people expected when going up against a team as inferior as the Patriots. So like you would expect him to probably go stupid, and he ended up with like I think one passing touchdown and one interception.
Yeah, he had an interception. He threw for like 100 and like.
Ain't they defense supposed to be supposedly good or something like that?
Shit, fuck that. It's the Patriots.
Yeah.
Shit. If you're the MVP, shit, you supposed like
You can make
Lamar
anything happen.
Jackson
You should
putting
make
on
it happen.
MVP type performances.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure.
I think Lamar Jackson definitely took the lead, but I mean, when it comes down to these MVP discussions, it usually seems like it is summed up within the last few weeks of the NFL or whatever sport it is. He definitely took the lead for sure. I don't think he necessarily wrapped it up, but it's hard to see Josh Allen kind of passing him up. I mean, like, Lamar Jackson is playing at such an elite level. Josh Allen is too, because Josh Allen is definitely putting the Bills on his shoulders for the most part. A lot of people wanted to kind of put the narrative that they lost a lot of key guys in the offseason. And he basically is like, whatever you think, I'm just going to make sure that we the same exact team. Y'all think we finna go on a rebuild? Nah, we finna knock off the two-time defending champ. We finna go ahead and be one of the best teams in the conference, let alone the league. And he's doing it at such a historic level for his own sake. But Lamar Jackson is playing at such a high level that he's changing the narrative of who he's been. Like, we thought that Lamar Jackson was just a dual threat quarterback who needed to constantly improve on his passing skills. Like, he's an elite passer. He right now, currently speaking, at the time of this recording, he's 4th in passer rating in NFL history for this season. Like, that's incredible.
Nah,
Like,
yeah, for sure.
This man is out here dominating to the likes of which we've never seen before. Most games in NFL history in his career with 5 touchdown passes and no interceptions. Almost the most games with a perfect passer rating over the stretch of 60-minute games. Like, that's insane. To see the Ravens come from that 0-2 hole and still find a way to get first place in the AFC North should everything hold up to where they are, and him doing it on the stage that he's been able to, knocking off these top-tier caliber opponents. And another thing, even though it was earlier on in the season, they got a head-to-head matchup. And guess what the score was?
Shit, lied to a little.
Exactly. Lamar Jackson
tore that ass up.
and Lamar Jackson put on the show.
Nah,
So
for sure.
it's Lamar Jackson's award to lose.
Nah, for sure. Lamar, he been balling this season, man. We can't deny it. I'm gonna keep it short and simple, bro. Yeah, we can't deny it. We know he's a baller, man.
Came there, tore y'all ass up, tore our ass up, tore nigga.
He didn't do nothing too crazy against us. It was Derrick Henry we couldn't stop, but he did play good against us though. He did play good against us. I think he had 2 rushing touchdowns against us. If I'm not
He
mistaken.
tore your ass up, tore fucking the Texans ass up, nigga, Steelers ass up, everybody ass up.
Yeah, nah, but that leads me on to the next question for y'all, man. So, if Lamar Jackson wins his 3rd MVP this year, can we place him in that Hall of Fame?
Yeah. I think it's impossible not to. 3 first-team all pros,
He deserved it.
3 MVPs. I mean, we put Peyton Manning in these discussions all the time, and like obviously he won about 2 Super Bowls, but Aaron Rodgers with 4 MVPs, he's in it because he went to 1 and won 1, and he particularly wasn't good in it. If we remember, I mean, Lamar Jackson is. I'm at a certain point, regular season accolades have to, hold some type of weight. And if you continuously the best player in the National Football League year after year after year, and you're winning that award, it's like, all right, like, we have to give you your flower. We have to give you your kudos. And we have to give you your respect.
You gotta give you that gold jacket.
Yeah.
I think with him, he's close to being stamped already. He literally is the rushing NFL leader for quarterbacks. And do we believe he's anywhere near retirement?
Not at all.
Hell no.
Not at all.
So do you know how
like-
far away he's going to put that record by the time he's done with this?
He might get 10K
Nah,
for a
for sure.
career.
Yeah, for career.
That's insane.
And
And it looks like he's just getting better and better.
you know
That's
the
what's
craziest
crazy.
thing about it is them type of quarterbacks, them dual threat quarterbacks, will eventually end up slowing down. like, obviously the wear and tear of the NFL will end up, catching up to you. You're going to end up losing a little bit of that juice, a little bit of that motivation to run. And instead of him doing it, I think his running ability is way more dangerous because it's like, it's not a necessity to him anymore. And I'm not going to say anymore because we haven't seen it happen in the playoffs. So I can just speak on what's happening this year. He's using the running ability that God blessed him with as like his second, like, okay, like I can sit back and I can dot the fuck out of all y'all. But when I'm bored, it's like, fuck it, all right. I guess I'll go run for 30.
Let me go ahead and turn on the jigs.
I'll go run for another 20. I'll go play a Houdini act and throw a touchdown running the other way like he did on us yesterday against Daniil Hunter, which is one of the players that are in the Defensive Player of the Year talks. Mm-hmm. I mean, Lamar Jackson is incredible, man. I mean, I feel like he's one of them guys, too, like a James Harden, where it's like you need to appreciate what he's doing right now, even though he may not give you the ultimate goal, which is winning a Super Bowl and, completing the mission. But it's like special talents do need to be fucking like admired and need to be appreciated because you don't know how long you're going to be able to witness this guy playing at this level.
No.
And I mean, it's insane to just see how he goes from his 2 MVP seasons not even being close to what the fuck he's doing this one. Yeah. And he realistically might not win it because they're trying to make Josh Allen the poster child of the MVP award. So it's like, damn.
Trying to choose somebody different.
Yeah, so I think if we put a Peyton Manning in these discussions, obviously Super Bowls, give him the right and kudos to being in there. Aaron Rodgers got him 1, but 4 MVPs, and he didn't play well. I'm like, why not Lamar? Lamar, the 3 MVPs, he for sure deserves it.
No,
for sure deserves to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I don't think it's particularly even close to even being a discussion. I mean, like, he has 2. I would have assumed that he would already be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, at this point in time, a title would just be a cherry on top of the cake that he's already built.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's undoubtedly going to be remembered as, by the time he hangs up his cleats, he's going to be seen as the greatest rushing quarterback of all time.
No, he is.
He is right now.
He is the greatest quarterback. No, I'm saying he's the greatest of all time.
No, I'm saying regardless of whether you think that or not right now, when he hangs up the cleats, he's going to be seen as that way.
No, I'm saying I believe that he is the greatest. He's better than Mike Vick running the football. And Mike Vick is Mike Vick. I think he's a better runner of the football than Mike Vick.
Yeah. There's no
And no disrespect, because obviously I know how good Mike Vick was.
Mike Vick was that dude.
Trust me, I know. But nigga, are y'all seeing what Mike Vick is even standing down to this nigga?
No, he did. He passed him the torch for sure.
He passed him the torch, man.
He really did.
It's so crazy to see what Lamar Jackson has been doing year in and year out. And even with his rushing ability kind of seeming to elevate to new heights, so has his passing game. I mean, like the fact that he was walking into the NFL and seen as like someone who can't translate his skills from Louisville to the quarterback level in the NFL and doing that to the likes of what he is right now. I mean, like they was talking about him switching positions before the draft. Receiver, running back, DB.
Yeah.
And this man has been defying all odds. I gotta tip my hat. I gotta be saluting what he's able to do. Because at the end of the day, nobody's doing it like Lamar Jackson. At least not in today's NFL. So he's undoubtedly the MVP for this season, at least in my book, and he will undoubtedly be a Hall of Famer if he secures that 3rd one.
I believe we already had him in them Hall of Fame talks, if I'm being honest. Like, we can't deny greatness, bro. Lamar Jackson literally one of the greatest quarterbacks, of all time.
Speaking of that truth.
Gotta be. He is, bro. He's stamped as that, bro. Come on now, like I believe that man deserves his gold jacket. Like we can't deny him that, bro. We gotta throw him up there because what he's been able to do over the past years is insane. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that.
No, for sure.
So we moving on. We good? Okay, I thought y'all. All right, that leads me to my next question, man. So if the Chiefs three-peated this year, hold on. Let me redo that. My fault. Hold up. Make sure you cut that out. Oh, yeah. My fault. Nah, the drink getting to me, real shit. But nah,
Where's it getting to?
Got the
it's getting to your
drink,
core.
drink.
Come on, now. I ain't even opened that. Oh, yeah, I did. I'm tripping. Nah, but do we think that the Chiefs will three-peat this year?
Yes.
Oh, bro, don't say that, bro.
I think the earlier you acknowledge it, the better it'll be at the end. Obviously, that's not something that we want, but I think Mahomes is the greatest quarterback we've ever seen play football in our eyes, and it goes from talent to his ability to fucking just
win.
He can dictate a whole game from start to finish with subpar talent. And obviously, he has decent weapons around him as well. Worthy's still growing into his role. Getting back Hollywood Brown. I mean, shit, they lost fucking Rasheed Rice, and they look like they ain't missed a beat. Travis Kelce then took a reduced role, and shit, he's still out there catching wide open touchdowns. And I mean, shoot, you got two running backs that are really both average. Two average running backs with Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, and shit, he's still making water in the wine. I mean, that man, Mahomes, man. I have never I think we have to sit back and actually observe what the hell this nigga's doing. Like, he just played the most subpar season probably by far in his career.
Most definitely.
This motherfucker is fucking 15-1. Finna sit his ass down, getting ready for fucking his first round playoff run in January.
Yeah.
And we criticized him all year long, saying they don't look the same. They don't look like they're gonna run it back. But it's like at this point, it's like I feel like he's getting bored. Like I feel like he gets bored of just being like, fuck it, I'm so dominant. Like, I'm gonna go out there and beat your ass so bad, you know who the fuck you messing with. Like, by the time we done. Now it's kind of like, nigga, I don't give a fuck what you think. I can throw 3 interceptions, we're still gonna win this game. I can dink and dunk that bitch and don't look appealing at all, we're still gonna win this game. Like, obviously, we know the referees do referee shit, and, you know, for the greater half of the season, the Chiefs, you know, obviously, majority of their wins from, you know, the NFL media, of course, came from a referee, and they got a favorable whistle, and you can't touch Mahomes.
Not me.
And, you know, it's partially true. Some of the shit is bullshit, for sure. I'm not going to sit there and say it's not. But, I mean, greatness is greatness. And
we got to witness that.
I mean, it's ridiculous to see the level that he's... It's like he's getting better by the week. Like, it's like, I'm not even better by the week, but it's like he's turning it on at the right time. And it's like, you started off from the beginning, you're just like, damn, like, this can't be their year. But they continuously winning and winning and winning. And then when I had them at the number one team in the league for that longest, even though they weren't looking good, I was saying, I mean, it's Detroit. And I'm like, you know, it's looking flashy and shit, but they still getting shit done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not going to be the one to disrespect them. And eventually I had to end up hopping off of their bandwagon because I'm like, I mean, at a certain point, I got to kind of like open my eyes and be like, well, damn, like that don't look good at all. Like, I feel like we can, like, you know, the Lions, what they're doing now, they look more promising to win the whole thing than the Chiefs.
Yeah, they do, for sure.
Little in my mind, I always thought, I'm like, damn. That motherfucker's gonna win that hoe again.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
And it's like, I mean, they played the gauntlet. They ran through the fucking gauntlet. They literally, who haven't they played the Texans? They played the Bills and they lost.
They played the Ravens.
They played the Steelers. They played the Steelers. They done
played the best of the best.
Like, they're not playing bums. Like, they played the Chargers twice. And like the Chargers, I mean, for whatever I say, nigga, that's a solid defense. Yeah. And I mean, you know, for what it's worth, shit, they gave them niggas belt to ass as well as everybody else. I mean, this is like my whole, like, I feel like it's annoying. I feel like it's like the Warriors back when we was like back in high school when they just continuously just kept fucking winning. And it was so annoying. It was like, fuck, like, it's not the fact we don't know that you're great. but it's like we want to see somebody else do it.
Yeah, we want to see something different. Hell yeah.
It's like, damn, like y'all just continuously picking. Like, nigga, you know how many times I was sick and tired of watching LeBron versus Curry in fucking June? I'm like, nigga, god damn, can we get fucking somebody like nigga James Harden? Like, nigga, come do something, save the day.
Yeah.
And he couldn't do it. But I think that the Chiefs are going to three-peat. I think the longer people want to like hold it off, it's going to hurt worse in the end.
Yeah.
I feel like we done seen this picture before. Obviously, we just see the fucking last year. He didn't play the best. He didn't give a fuck about the MVP. He went on the road, which is another criticism that they said Patrick Mahomes cannot do. And he eventually beat everybody's ass to fucking win again. Like, it's man. I don't know when it's gonna stop. I don't know when he's gonna stop, but it ain't stopping this year. I think he's gonna three-peat. I think he's gonna be a 4-time Super Bowl MVP, and I think he's gonna be the best quarterback of all time after this year. I'm not even gonna say nigga. I ain't gonna say he got. I would say he has to win one more. If he wins 5, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
I don't think he has to get to a full 7 to be the GOAT over Brady, and that's a discussion for another day. But I think if he wins this year, he's the GOAT in my book. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, this hoe is so fucking dominant. Nigga, we have never seen a three-peat in the NFL ever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, like, ever. We've never seen a three-peat in the NFL ever. So if he does this in this modern-day generation with this level of talent around the league, I mean, you literally...
You can't deny it.
Like, do you realize what the fuck he's going up against? This nigga has 2 MVPs in his conference. His conference is hard as fuck. Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, fucking Josh Allen. I mean, CJ Stroud for whatever it's worth. Josh Allen.
Justin Herbert.
Fucking the Steelers defense. Justin Herbert. I mean, the only reason I didn't say Herbert because obviously his weapons, you know, he can't utilize some niggas to be a part of that. But we know Herbert is good as well. But, I mean, they like, at a certain point, you got to just give it up and just apply greatness. This nigga is great. Three-peat is on the way. And the sooner you come to senses with it and you get off of your Lions bandwagon, the better.
So that's the both of us.
Yeah, you are riding.
I think that it's definitely appealing to look at the Chiefs and see them as three-peating because nobody in this moment right now is stopping them. At where the league kind of fucked up at is Mahomes started off playing some of the worst football of his career, and nobody could take advantage. Like when they went on a heater and they started cooking, nobody can sit up here and take advantage of the Chiefs when Mahomes is playing at such a subpar level by his standards. And for him to finally look like the Mahomes we've seen over the past few years, it's like, damn. Like, people was talking about, damn, this is the most fraudulent, undefeated team in NFL history. And this is the most fraudulent 9-1 team. Most fraudulent 10-1 team. 11-1, 12-1, 13. Like, at a certain point, like, them niggas only lost 1 game.
That's crazy.
Like, at a certain point, we have to respect it and call it for how we see it. Like, I was sitting up here and being biased, but at the same time, I was seeing some things that I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that they was having so many close games. I didn't like the fact that even with them evolving to a new brand of football from Kansas City, that they weren't looking as offensively appealing to the eye that we were used to seeing. Yeah, so I was looking at them like, yeah, they got a lot of holes that they could fix. And if a certain team catches them at the right time, they could take advantage of them.
Yeah.
And I still think that, but at the same time, it's hard. Like, I look at the Lions, and I think they're the best roster in the NFL when healthy. But they're not healthy. Like, the NFL is a battle of attrition. And the Chiefs have lost players, too. But the way that they've been able to mask their deficiencies against literally everybody in the NFL outside of the Bills, and the Bills are in a bad situation because if the Bills get to the AFC Championship game, 9 times out of 10, they go on an Arrowhead.
Like 10 times, they secured that shit.
So I'm saying if the Bills were to go to the AFC Championship
No, I'm saying, the Chiefs secured. Their home field goes to the playoffs go to
the playoffs go through Arrowhead. Like, it's so crazy. to see that they are in this position once again. And at a certain time, when we look at greatness, like when we see LeBron James constantly winning MVP and going to the finals 8 straight times, you want to see someone new. That's human nature. When we seen Tom Brady get 7 Super Bowl rings, it's like, damn, like, can you not go to the Super Bowl?
Fair.
And we're now getting to that point with Mahomes. Like, can somebody else take the mantle from his head? Like, can someone wear the crown for once?
And it's literally like, can we just get a year? Like, can we get a year somebody else win?
Can we get 2 years? God damn.
Like, fuck yeah. At that point, like, shit, we just want to see somebody else new for 1 year. If you want to go back and go win after, that's cool, but damn.
Like,
But the thing is, like, what's so scary is that, like, this is the best batch of quarterbacks the NFL has seen in its illustrious history. Like, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Oh, well, Patrick Mahomes for sure. But, like, Justin Herbert, C.J. Stroud, Joe Burrow. Like,
Charles,
all these people.
Before you even finish that, do you realize all the quarterbacks you name are in the same conference?
Yes.
And
that's crazy.
And that's not even including
All
the NFC.
AFC.
Like, the NFC is just straight parity, and we're going to get into that later. But the AFC is like, you're only going to be as good as your quarterback is. And the Chiefs have potentially the greatest quarterback of all time. And which is crazy to say.
man.
I mean, who's stopping Kansas City, especially from that AFC? If it's going to be someone to stop them from winning the Super Bowl, it's going to be probably someone from that other conference. And I'm just going to keep it real.
Nah, for sure. Man, this is probably like the worst season we've seen from the Chiefs, the worst season we've seen from Mahomes, but they're still, well, I'm going to say Mahomes is still able to win. Like, he's still able to find a way to win. Whether it's by a field goal, whether it's by the refs, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
he's still winning the game, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and that's important. Like, winning is very important in the NFL. That's what we look at. So it's like we can't, bro. It's so annoying, bro. It's so annoying because I feel like the Chiefs are very beautiful. They're a beatable team. They're a very beatable team, bro. But it's like nobody can do it. Only Josh Allen has done it. But it's just like, I don't know. They're not that. They don't have like that flashy offense or anything
It's
like
not
that.
appealing.
It's not appealing. It's just like it's a gritty offense, bro.
It's
Literally,
a dink and dunk,
like,
very conservative.
yeah, bro. It's like check down, okay, slant, all right, out route, all right, run the ball. Like it's something slight, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like they're a beautiful team, but realistically, yes, they're probably gonna win the Super Bowl again, bro. And it sucks to say that, but
I feel like
it's
with
a real chance.
I feel like with them, I feel like a part of their journey as well is like battle tested. They've been battle tested this season, like, and I mean, you know, I mean, one score games they've been in this year. Every fucking game this year they've been in a 1-score game, for the exception of that last game. So it just comes to the point of just like, well, goddamn, like,
And it's not to, I think it's possible for other teams to knock them off, but at a certain point, it's just like, you got to prove us wrong.
Yeah,
Like, they've been on
literally.
top of the mountain for so long, like, you actually got to knock them off. We can't just give you the benefit of the doubt for hypothetical purposes.
Bro, we really be predicting their games. We're like, oh yeah, we already know what's gonna go down in the fourth quarter. Other team up by like 2 points, field goal. Like, we already be knowing what's gonna happen. The game over with. Mahomes, he come down, he coming clutch, he turning on the Jets, and
hey, don't say that. Don't say that ever again.
that's crazy.
He said he sold me my parlay, so I'll forever won't forget.
No, I'm talking about like he sling, like he throwing the ball. That's what I mean. Or he running it, like getting that first down.
He ain't running shit.
But yeah. But
Moving on, man. We're going to the NFL playoff predictions, man. What team do you believe will have the best favorable matchup in this upcoming playoffs? And I'll start it off, you know, so we can have an example of how it's going to go. But in my AFC bracket, man, Kansas City obviously has to bye, so they have to play whoever wins in the wild card. But with Buffalo, realistically, the team that they should be most scared of, terrified in their boots, is fucking Pittsburgh by far. I think Pittsburgh is an identical situation to the Houston Texans. And Houston, and you've seen what we did to Josh Allen, but terrific defense, subpar offense. I don't think they like that whatsoever. Now, I think the matchup they should be trying to aim for is somebody more of the Chargers standpoint because their offense isn't too explosive. Their defense is good, but not great. Right. They can take advantage of they can take advantage of the whole defense. I ain't gonna sit there and just like shoot. I know y'all see what Baltimore did to them Chargers. I know what y'all seen with fucking Tampa Bay did to them Chargers.
We had all
shit.
We had all, bro. They just lost to the Cowboys.
Motherfuckers are easy pick.
So what that make y'all?
So moving on. Third seed, Buffalo. We're gonna go to Baltimore, man. Baltimore, who you want in the first round of the playoffs, man. I mean, at this point, it's either Denver or the Chargers at this point. And shit. At this point, shit, they want the Chargers too. Hey, shit, Chargers sweet than a bitch, man. I mean, compared to all three of those teams, I think the Chargers should be the team everybody is like aiming their sights at, just because their offense is so stinky. Like, their offense is like,
it's inconsistent, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's shit as fuck. And
we got one better than y'all though. At least we put points on the Ravens, nigga. They barely beat us. Y'all, bro.
Hey.
Y'all need to go study.
At the end of the day, y'all need to go study. Column just like that.
Wait. At the end of the day,
we got a better record.
No. Look. It's cool.
About to have a better record.
It's cool though, because we can all accept moral victories at some point.
Hey, real. Hey, that's my. Hey,
I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
a moral victory for them is that.
All I can say is they not gonna go down without
Versea, bro. What you got, man?
They gonna put up more points than y'all did, so it don't even matter.
Okay, we don't even play them in the first round.
Who do y'all see yourselves going against?
Pittsburgh.
We most likely gonna go up against Pittsburgh.
Ass whooping.
But what's crazy is like,
no, y'all could probably win. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm alluding to. I think that the best matchup for the Texans probably would have to be Pittsburgh. I mean,
I said that about us
I would say the Chargers too, but realistically, I don't think they'll have a good enough record. That shit.
No, the Chargers aren't catching Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh already.
What's Pittsburgh record? What's their record? Hold on.
I think they got a realistic chance of. I think Pittsburgh lose and they win out.
Yeah, I mean,
I would hope so. Herbert.
But the thing is, with the Pittsburgh Steelers, I was predicting.
I
was predicting that they wasn't going to be a team to really, not necessarily take seriously. I take them seriously for sure, but I didn't think that they were going to win that AFC North because I didn't feel like their offense was going to be as consistent.
They're 10-6 right now. We're 9-6. We're going to win the next two games.
Pittsburgh's going to win their next game because they
playing the Bengals. Joe, prove me wrong.
They're going to try to win that game for the division because if the Ravens slip up, they could potentially be that number 3
I want Joe Burrow to win.
But that's what I'm saying. I think the Texans' best opportunity would be to go up against the Steelers though, because their offense is so inconsistent at times. Like they could heat up for sure. But I think that our defense kind of matches well. Now, on the other side of the ball is definitely a mismatch. But if our defense can hold serve, I think they'll be fine. I guess another AFC team that I would think would be an easy win for one of the teams hosting, I'd say the Ravens over the Broncos. I don't think that would – I mean, we've seen this happen already this season. I mean, we've seen what type of built-to-ass shit that was. Lamar damn near had a perfect game, 5 touchdowns, no picks. 41-10. I mean, from what I'm looking at from the standpoint of the Broncos, they're just overmatched. They got a nice defense. They got PS2. Bo Nix has been better than advertised in all of our eyes, and Sean Payton has been a hell of a coach for a long time. But even with that being said, I don't think that their style of football will match up well just from an opponent standpoint. You know, when there's fights that kind of get determined based off of the style, I don't think the style is favorable for Denver. So if the Ravens are looking for a quick, easy way to get into the divisional, then I'd say keep your eye on playing Denver again.
Well, right now, y'all the 4th seed, so...
Yeah, we locked it for the 4th seed. Like, there's no way we get it.
All I'm going to say is, we play the Texans right now. Boy... We might just demolish y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Just off, you think you laughing, but it's a possible chance that we would because y'all offense can't score. Y'all have no O-line. Our D-line is gonna fuck y'all up. They're gonna kill y'all. CJ's gonna get hurt playing against us.
Bro,
CJ can't get the ball off.
this nigga think they the 84 Bears or something.
I ain't saying no. I'm not even saying that. I'm being realistic. Like I know we're a decent team. I'm not saying we cold, but I know we could possibly beat y'all, and y'all could possibly beat us.
Hey, if we
you know
see,
what I'm saying?
if we see y'all, we gonna solve it on the field. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I ain't even worried about that shit. That shit y'all niggas, boy, the Texans so goddamn sweet. I ain't worried about y'all. I done witnessed enough from y'all. We have more offensive power than y'all, bro. Y'all can't even do shit with what y'all got. Y'all got better receivers than us. So what make y'all think y'all can fuck with us? Y'all O-line is not good. Our O-line is good. Our quarterback is better. And you can say, nigga, our receivers are more productive at the moment. They not fucking with Nico. But compared to the guys that y'all have, they like,
Bro, they're backups.
Yeah,
they're talented backups. John Mechie, bro.
What is John?
Mechie is nice.
Not to be
Mechie is nice.
Not to be hold on. Not to be disrespectful to Mechie because I fuck with him, but at the same time, it's like he had opportunities to solidify being a rotational piece in the games, and when he's had the opportunities. What has he done?
He done made some plays. I mean,
No, he has made some plays.
Even last year, bro. Like,
but do you think Mechie is better than Lab?
Hell no.
Do you think he's better than QJ?
He can be.
Is he right now?
If we checking the stats, hell no.
Check the stats.
That's all.
We checking the stats, hell no.
That's all I want to know.
You right. That's what the name of the game
If we
is.
checking the stats,
check the stats podcast. You go check the goddamn stat, boy.
Anybody else? I mean, I guess the Steelers, but that'd be a tough game as well because that D line is they're like OP. They're overpowering our O line by trifold. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be hard for Herbert to get the ball off, but. Realistically, I see us going against y'all though. If that happens, that'll be a good game. I feel like Herbert versus Stroud. That's gonna be something to remember. You know what I mean?
We ain't gonna get that.
I feel like we probably won't.
Yeah,
but
it's not realistic.
Yeah,
realistically, we might play like the Steelers
y'all
probably
either playing Baltimore
or Baltimore.
Either Baltimore or Buffalo, depending.
If we play Baltimore, we will probably lose that game. I'm not gonna lie. It'll be like how it was last time, a close game. But yeah, it's gonna be a tough matchup for sure.
Yeah.
And who did y'all say y'all had?
We got the Steelers.
Y'all fuck around and play. Hold on, look at this.
Well, I'm looking.
Hold on, what is that?
That's the game that happened yesterday.
That's the game that happened yesterday. Okay. I was making sure I was reading it right. Woo! All right, with that being said though, man, my next topic, man, with Jalen Hurts being hurt. So how does that being hurt? Now I'm playing. So how does that shake up the NFC, man?
I think that's a humongous shakeup. I think if Jalen Hurts if he did get injured, I think they were going to beat Washington.
Yeah.
Like, commandingly. I think they were up at that time around 14-0. And obviously, Jalen Hurts is another example of why quarterbacks need to slide your ass down when you're running the football. They already protect y'all well enough, but y'all trying to sneak and get those extra 3, 4, 5 yards is not worth it. And Jalen Hurts is paying the price for it. That's a part of his game. But damn, you have to learn how to slide. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to slide. And as a quarterback, you're the franchise. They gave you all that money. They was on a 10-game win streak prior to this loss.
Yeah.
They had the number one seed wrapped up. If they could have just took care of their business, but they didn't. But you know who I believe that? Is gonna take care of their business. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was a Packers guy. I'm coming around on that bandwagon of the Vikings, man. The Vikings look like Sam Darnold is going to get paid, and I'm not gonna say no big bucks or nothing like that. But if he wants a smooth 2 to 3 year deal, fucking stability at a quarterback position while a rookie learns from him and kind of get tips from him and shit of that nature, I think Sam Darnold's your guy. I think you kind of look at Sam Darnold in the same light as you do a Geno Smith. Like, the guys that you give 3 year deals to, nothing too long, but just enough where we have enough time in the middle of let's find our guy. Yeah. Let's find our franchise piece, but you're a good holding stone for if we want to have shit popping on, Like, you know, we want some type of success, but I mean, the Vikings, man, their defense is electric. Their defense is unpredictable. I mean, Brian Flores is a defensive guru, mastermind. And I was big on the Packers. When I tell you big, I mean, goddamn, I've seen them so many times on prime time, I had no choice but to watch these niggas. And they continuously ball out. Josh Jacobs is a fucking, by far, his third best running back in the NFL right now. I mean, sure, every time I see him, he run in the end zone. And, I mean,
But when I tried to say that, when he was with them Raiders, he was like, wow, Josh Jacobs, he all right, he cool. I'm like,
I mean, sure, situation brings out
that's true.
The best in players, and he's in a way better situation, better line. But
He
I
always
believe the
been
Vikings,
nice.
I mean, it's like pick your poison. I mean, you got Aaron Jones, you got Jettas, T.J. Hockenson, Jordan Addison. I mean, Lord have, I mean, that alone. And then you got Sam Darnold actually like putting the ball on the money, giving them chances to make plays. You got an offensive guru at head coach and Kevin O'Connell. I mean, I was big on the Packers. I mean, when I tell you big, like their defense look nice. Like their receiving core, you really don't know who's who. Like you don't know who's their alpha. I think in Minnesota, it's like, you know, the alpha is Jettas, but Jordan Addison makes as much damage as Jetta can ever make. And, you know, that might sound crazy right now, but I'm saying double teams, they come Jetta's way a lot. Yeah. Jordan Addison is the perfect number 2 to utilize those opportunities. And look at his stats in these past couple weeks. He's been going bonkers. I mean, he's taking advantage of all the double team opportunities that they give in Jettas, and he's taking advantage of them one-on-one isolations against DB2s and killing them. T.J. Hockenson is a top 5 tight end. I mean, shoot, he was in the discussions of top 3. I can't say top 3 because you still got Kelsey, you got Kittle,
Laporta,
and Hockenson better than Laporta. Let's not do all that now.
He in the conversation.
They close, but I'm taking what's his name? I'm taking Hockenson over Laporta.
oh, what about McBride? Wouldn't you fucking with McBride?
No, McBride, nice. I'm not taking him over Hockenson.
No.
Hockenson is nice, bro. Y'all gotta,
Hockenson,
well,
he was good.
He nice.
He was nice with the Rams too.
But that team is filled with a bunch of like they have a bunch of talent and great coaching on both sides of the ball. I mean, that's a literal perfect example of how you want your team to be built. Mm-hmm. I think with us as Texans fans, I'm not gonna try to talk too much about Texans, but you don't want a defensive minded guy as your head coach unless they're Bill Belichick, which is obviously the greatest head coach in NFL history. But outside that, you want an offensive coach, offensive minded coach, somebody who has the creativity, and you give somebody who's a real deal genius to deal with the defensive stuff. And I think Minnesota is doing it perfectly. Yeah. Offensive guru at head coach. He calls all the plays. He's the quarterback. Like, he used to play damn quarterback in the league. I mean, he knows the ins and outs of the position. He got Sam Darnold, who was thrown on the side of the road, spit on, shitted on. They said, you're not no good for the league. And he said, you know what? I see something in him. I seen you was a backup in San Francisco, but I'm going to take this chance. And Sam Darnold about to get paid generational money. After this next contract he gets, he's never going to have to work a job again if he take care of his bread right. Like, Sam,
he's playing some elite ball. I'm not going to lie. He's playing some great ball.
Kevin O'Connell is a hell of a coach. And I think that the Minnesota Vikings, 2 losses on the season. Nobody and their mama expected this turnaround. I don't think we
they low key did it too. It was like
on the season. Yeah. The Minnesota Vikings that we had finishing dead last.
Yeah.
Dead last.
13-2. That shit.
13-2 going into week 16. Week 17. It's nothing but a testament to their head coach and nothing but a testament to Sam Darnold for reviving his career. And it's nothing but a testament to Brian Flores, which is calling a great defensive game plan, making them just as dangerous as they are on offense as they are on defense. So with Jalen Hurts being injured and, the number 1 seed up for grab between Minnesota and, obviously they still have a chance, but they need a little help from both of them. I think Minnesota is the scariest team coming out of the NFC. Is only because Detroit injuries. I think Detroit injuries hurt them a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, if they wasn't as banged up as what they are, I would take Detroit over the whole NFC. But injuries is the name of the game. As obviously Charles says about nutrition. Hey, you got to make it to the end and shoot.
Yeah.
It's a physical sport where you're going to get tapped. So I think Minnesota. I'm rocking with Minnesota, but
I ain't mad at
Green
that.
Bay is my sneaky second. I like Green Bay as well.
Yeah. I think with the Jalen Hurts injury, I didn't think that it. I mean, it obviously impacts the NFC, but at the same time, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of I didn't think that they were going to realistically get to that number 1 seed. Like, I predicted the Commanders would beat the Eagles, and they did. But at the end of the day, I still didn't think that.
This nigga.
No, I'm not even trying to like flex or nothing. I'm just looking at it from a standpoint of like they're kind of locked into that 2 seed. Like, the winner of the 1 seed is going to be from the North. It's not going to be from nobody else. Every team except the Vikings that is fighting for a playoff spot in the NFC has a glaring hole. Every single team. The Lions, injuries. Like, on paper, they're the best team in football roster-wise.
Yeah.
But half their roster is damn near on the IR or done for the season.
Damn.
For the Eagles, I mean, they just lost Hurts to a concussion, which ended up having them lose to the Commanders. So that essentially killed their chance of getting to that number 1 seed.
Yeah.
They still have a chance, but it's not probable. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. For the Packers, they're locked into that 6. Like, the loser of the North is going to get that 5. So, they're in that 6 seed. They're going to go on the road against every single team that they face. And they've lost to, well, we'll see what they do against the Vikings, but they lost to the Lions twice. They don't want to see them in Ford Field, at least not in my estimation. They already lost to the Eagles, and it's not like they can't beat good teams, but I just don't see how they go through that gauntlet with it entirely being on the road. For the Seahawks, they're so volatile. We don't know what version we're going to get from them. I mean, hell, in the background, we're over here watching them play the Bears on Thursday Night Football, and they just won 6-3 against a team that lost double-digit games in a row. Like, that's terrible. For the Rams, they're getting hot at the right time, and they do look dangerous and scary, but do I think that they're going to be a 7 seed? Not a 7 seed, but a 4 seed, able to...
5.
No, if they win the NFC West, they'll be a 4.
No, because I think Tampa Bay is 8-7 and Atlanta's 8-7. So I think it's somewhat of the. See, you see right there, it's 9-6. They had the 3.
Yeah, okay, so they'll be the 3 seed. They'll be definitely a good team for sure. But do I think that they'll be able to handle the likes of the top dogs? They beat the Vikings already for sure. But do I think that they'll be able to handle the rest of the NFC? Personally, I don't. I think that they could definitely make it interesting. For the Falcons, they just put in Michael Penix Jr. Like, his 4th game as a starter could potentially be a playoff game. I'm not confident in that.
That's insane when you think about it. Like, Tampa Bay is literally like they literally hawked them down and then sold it. Like,
yes.
That's crazy.
Yes. And the Falcons own the tiebreaker. Because they beat them twice.
When Kirk Cousins threw that pass to old boy in overtime and he cribbed it.
And they beat them twice.
Oh, my God.
And then the Commanders, it's a great story for Jaden Daniels, but do I realistically see them making a Super Bowl run?
God, no.
No, I don't. So the only team that I'm looking at from the landscape of the NFC that has no holes anywhere is the Vikings.
Yeah.
Like, they have a great, exceptional defense. They have a mastermind of a play caller in Kevin O'Connell. They done rejuvenated Sam Darnold's career to the point where, like, he's going to be getting well-earned money based off of what he's done for Minnesota. The offensive line is pretty decent. The receiving core, we all know what it represents. The running game is productive. The defense as a whole is electric and opportunistic. Like, they could force turnovers. They could get pressure on the quarterback. Like, they got a squad. And it's crazy to say that I thought that this team was going to be the worst team in the North. I look stupid as hell. And I'm not even going to, I'll take that because at the end of the day, like, they shut me up and they shut up a lot of people. Like,
me as well.
I mean, it's so crazy. Like, we've been talking about the Lions because they finally got back on the scene. We've been talking about the Eagles because it's the Eagles. LA, the Rams, Falcons, they got Kirk Cousins. We was thinking they was going to be hot shit. The Packers because it's the organization. the Bucks, Baker, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
The Vikings might be the best team in NFL history when it comes to not having a market, because we don't talk about them. Like, they do every single thing right.
Yeah.
And until proven otherwise, I don't see anybody in the NFC realistically giving them the run for the money in terms of knocking them out of the playoffs.
Any trouble? Nah.
So you believe that? I'm gonna hold you to the fire right now. So it's, you know, so we check the stats. We on point with everything we do.
Okay.
So do we believe, or fuck believe? Do you believe that week 18 matchup, Detroit versus Minnesota? You got Minnesota being Detroit for the 1 seed,
I think so.
and that's not a wild statement for sure.
I think so.
I think that's valid.
That U.S. Bank Stadium is going to be rocking.
It's gonna be a good
And the
game.
first game at Ford Field was already. Oh wait, are they playing in U.S. Bank or are they playing on the road at Ford?
I wouldn't know, but
I mean, but either way, I mean, like, that's a close matchup in general. And that first matchup was when the Lions were closer to full strength than they are right now. Like, they're on pins and needles, and they're still a great team. Like, I think they're the
They're
best.
playing at the Lions Stadium.
Okay, they're playing at Ford Field, but even with that being said, I think the Vikings, I don't see anything that could potentially
stop them.
slow them down to the point where they're going to not get that 1 seed. Like I said in the last episode, if they get that 1, it's going to be spooky for everybody else.
Nah, man, it's actually crazy because I just looked at their record not too long ago. I'm like, damn, they low key snuck up there. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, they low key and y'all are right. We don't nobody like the NFL does not talk about the Vikings that much. They really don't, and it's insane to me because they're a very talented team, offensively and defensively. I mean, these boys they done explain the whole team, so I ain't really got to say much, but. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, yeah, that's probably going to be the team right there coming out the NFC. Then I still got Detroit at 2. You know what I'm saying? But I got to go to Vikings. They look well put together. Everything is fluent offensively and defensively. I don't think nobody really fucking with them other than really just the Lions, even though the injuries are killing them. But, you know what I'm saying, they can still compete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
You know what's crazy? Let's say the Lions and the Vikings both win this week. The loser of Week 18 might be the first team in NFL history to not get a bye with 14 wins. That's insane, bro.
that shit is crazy.
Like, they're going to be on the road for the entire playoff run.
Yeah.
And they have 14 wins. That just goes to show you how damning that NFC North is, to the fact that the Packers can realistically win 13 games and still lose the division. Like, that's crazy,
fuck
bro.
lose, nigga. They're going to be coming third.
Exactly. Like, that's crazy, bro.
The seed, the Vikings, they got the 5th seed right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's so
Lions
crazy.
got the 1, Eagles got the 2 seed, Packers got the 6.
Yeah.
They ain't got no 3rd seed.
The 3rd seed would probably
Third
be
seed's the Rams.
It's the
Rams right now.
They in the hunt for it. They in the hunt. And then the Falcons in the hunt.
I know them Bucks is rooting for them Falcons to slip up at some point.
Why is the Commanders 7th?
Because that division leader is Philly.
Yeah.
Oh.
And everybody in the North is
God
cold
damn.
as hell.
The NFL season, who would be your award winners?
Starting off with Coach of the Year, man, I got Kevin O'Connell. I think it's pretty easy. Dan Campbell won Coach of the Year. I don't believe
I don't think he won. I don't think he won. It was Stefanski.
It was Stefanski winning last year. So, I think it'll be a tight race between O'Connell and Dan Campbell. But if I had to give one person, I'd have to give it to Kevin O'Connell. I think the turnaround from the Vikings from last year to this year is like the biggest turnaround in, like, I'm not gonna say NFL history, but it was for sure something that wasn't expected. Minnesota is, I mean, we thought it was gonna be a learning year, and now all of a sudden they're competing for a first seed. I think that speaks volume. MVP, my MVP would be Lamar Jackson, 40 touchdowns, under 5 interceptions, over 4K passing yards, over 850 rushing yards, broke Mike Vick's broke the all-time rushing record for quarterbacks. I think it speaks volumes. Offensive Player of the Year, I'm gonna give it to Saquon. I think this goes to non-quarterbacks who having an outstanding season. I think it could be a close comparison with him and Jamar.
Yeah.
But I'm a value winning over everything, and I'm taking Saquon strictly off of that. Defensive Player of the Year. I think Defensive Player of the Year is probably the hardest award to give out. But if I had to give it out again this year, I would probably give it to Myles Garrett. I think Myles Garrett is probably one of the most disruptive forces in the NFL. His sack numbers, obviously, the team isn't the best, but if I had to give it to somebody, Myles Garrett is so dominant. Yeah. I think he's probably that's hard. It's between him and Myles Garrett about the best defensive player in the game. I said Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt. It's between those two. But if I had to give it to one person this year, I would give it to Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is dominant. Absolutely dominant. I mean, he shows it don't matter how great your old lineman is, except your Larry Tunsil. Larry Tunsil took care of business last year in the wild card, but Myles Garrett, oh man, words can't say enough about Myles Garrett. I think they wouldn't give it to him strictly off a record. I think his record is too bad for him to go home with the award. So realistically, I'll probably give it to. I don't want to give it to him either. Fuck it, I'm going with Will Anderson, man. Fuck them. Hey, Will Anderson's a game changer, despite the fact that, I am a Texas fan and, bias can be inputted in my decision. But Will Anderson, his leap from last year to this year is, night day difference. Last year he was a boy. This year he's a man. And man, I don't want to go into, too deep into it because I can talk days and days on Will Anderson, but his impact is there in the run game and in the pass game. He's a young, excited star that I'm grateful that we're going to be able to witness years and years of his greatness at NRG, not anywhere else. And obviously, we know who would have won Defensive Player of the Year if he was still healthy. It would have been Aiden Hutchinson. It would have been about landslide.
Yeah.
He probably still top 10 in sacks while we're playing. Moving on to Comeback Player of the Year. I think it goes to no other than Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow, despite, his record not saying, too much, defense was at the all-time historical worst pace this year. But Joe Burrow, man, his stats are just eye-popping. Number one in the league in passing yards, touchdowns, interceptions. I think he's in top 5 in the least interceptions in the league. I think he is leading the number one explosive offense in the NFL right now. It's not even close. With T. Higgins being in and out of lineups, obviously, going on with his injuries, and obviously a part of that goes to his contract disputation that he didn't receive and he was playing on the franchise tag. So I think Joe Burrow, Comeback Player of the Year for him it shouldn't even be a question. Joe Burrow deserves it. And I believe that should be it. Comeback Player of the Year, Joe Burrow. MVP, Lamar Jackson. Coach of the Year, Kevin O'Connell. Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon. Defensive Player of the Year, Will Anderson.
That's not bad.
That's not a bad list. I ain't not bad, bro.
For MVP, I said it already. I got to go give it to Lamar. It's only a 2-man race at this point in time when it comes to MVPs. We know it's only given to quarterbacks unless you're doing something that's out of this world. And right now, the 2 quarterbacks are fighting each other. And right now, Lamar took the lead. And I don't see him losing that lead anytime soon, most likely. For Coach of the Year, I got to give it to Kevin O'Connell. Bro just flipped the script. I thought that the Vikings were just going to be some team scrapping for, potentially looking for additional pieces to build around J.J. McCarthy. And the fact that he was the slated starter, missed the entire season, and they still have only lost 2 games is, at the time of this recording, is wild. Offensive Player of the Year, you valued winning over everything when giving it to Saquon, but it's hard to deny a Triple Crown winner in Jamar. He's leading the league in receptions, in yards, and in touchdowns. You don't just see that all the time. So, I feel like you have no choice but to...
3 times.
Yeah, so, you have to have no choice but to give him that award, especially if Cincinnati somehow finagles their way into the postseason, which they still have a chance of doing. Defensive player...
Wait. Before you go into that, my only argument to that would be Saquon Barkley is in MVP talk.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase isn't an MVP talk, so it's kind of like, and no disrespect to Jamar, because he's the best receiver in the league by far. But if you give that award to Jamar Chase and Saquon Barkley is a top 3 MVP candidate, then it's kind of like,
it's a slap in the face.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So
I get it. It definitely makes sense, but it's like Saquon is in MVP talks while Jamar is doing something we haven't even seen 5 times until he eventually does it when he finishes it this season.
I mean, shit, we seen it from Cooper Kupp about a couple years ago.
And that was only the 4th time in NFL history, and the NFL been around for over 100 years. So, like, that's tough. I wouldn't be.
Cooper Kupp win Offensive Player of the Year when he did that?
I don't know.
That'd be something we have to look up. But
I don't know. We could definitely check that. We could definitely check those.
We can tell you what you were doing, but I just wanted to, say that.
No, it's cool. Defensive Player of the Year is so tricky.
Extremely this year.
If I'm being, because there's no one that's having such a crazy season. Aiden was on pace of doing that, but he got hurt. No one's having such a crazy season to where they just leapfrogging everybody else. The bias wants me to say Will. Hell, I would say Daniil. And then obviously I would want to go with the hometown hero and Myles Garrett. Shout out to A&M, I guess. But for the sake of valuing winning over everything else, in this case, since the race is so tight and there's no historical value placed on it right now, I give it to TJ. Because I think TJ, the fact that they're in a position where they can still win in North if the Ravens somehow slip up, the fact that they're going to the playoffs and nobody outside of the Texans is, and then Steelers have a better record than the Texans, he's still having such a dominant season. Like, he is looking like the best defensive player in the league, and that's arguable for sure. Like, you could definitely make a case for other guys, but he's definitely in that conversation at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And then comeback player of the year, I wanted to show love to JK. I wanted to.
Nah, for real, but we cannot.
I wanted to.
he injured again.
Man.
Nah, he back.
I'm saying, but he was injured this year again. For a long
He been going dumb.
He been
I
going
will
crazy.
give him his
Shout out
credit.
JK.
JK been doing his thing for sure.
Damn, that's crazy.
And if you giving the award to comeback player of the year, not just off of injury, then you could throw Sam in the mix, Sam Darnold. But
That's a good one. I ain't gonna lie. That's a good one.
I mean, when you're leading the league in passing yards and passing touchdowns and yards per game, and you could potentially go to the playoffs, it's like you can't argue against Joe Burrow if that's
you
the
can't.
case.
His stats are insane.
Yeah, so I'd say MVP Lamar, Coach of the Year O'Connell, Offensive Player Chase, Defensive Player TJ, and Comeback Player of the Year Burrow.
Yeah.
Nah, hopefully Omari don't steal my list, because it look like Charles damn near stole mine. So.
I mean, we really stole him.
We probably gonna have regardless some similarities because it's like it's the cream of the crop and it ain't much variation.
Nah, for real.
All right, come on, Omari. Let's just...
For my MVP, I got Lamar Jackson, of course. I mean, outstanding year. You know what I'm saying? Come on, there's nothing else to be said. Coach of the year. This one right here, it was. To me, it's between Andy Reid and Kevin O'Connell. But if I was to give that award out, I'd give it to Kevin O'Connell for sure. Yeah, like, come on now. Like,
Andy Reid's not a bad one. I mean, 14-1 is, or 15-1 now.
15-1, bro. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can make an argument for Andy. You can make an argument for Kevin O'Connell. You know what I'm saying? Both of the teams are having outstanding seasons.
Yeah.
But if I was to get that award out, yeah, for sure, I'll go Kevin O'Connell. Offensive Player of the Year. Oof. This one was a little hard.
Fuck. I forgot. We didn't fucking say offensive player or rookie of the year too.
I mean, well, we all know who that's going to. That's not even it's going to Jaden.
Yeah, for sure.
As much.
I'm going to say Jaden Abo.
And then defensive player.
Defensive rookie?
Who's you want to say? Obviously, we're going to root for the Texans.
They probably going to get that out of Jared Verse.
I would root for Bullock or Lashley.
Oh, shit.
But, I mean, realistically, it's going to go to Verse.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, continue.
Okay. For Offensive Player of the Year, man, that list right there it's tough because it's between Josh Allen, Saquon, and That's if Lamar was to win. You know, he is gonna win MVP in my eyes. He should. But yeah, that list, you can make an argument for Josh Allen. You can make an argument for Saquon and Jamar Chase.
Wait, for
But-
offensive player of the year?
Yeah,
It ain't going to a
it
quarterback.
ain't gonna go.
Quarterback.
But it's going to quarterback sometimes though.
No, hell.
Usually quarterbacks
They go to
win.
MVP.
They got to.
Well, shit, that's easy. I'm gonna go. That's Saquon then. I'm gonna have to give it to Saquon, even though Jamar is number one in receiving and all that. He the triple crown, but I gotta go Saquon. Hell, he's had a hell of a year. I mean, shit, we see what a difference can make, bro. Literally, that's all he needed. That's all he needed, and the Eagles gave that to him.
Yeah.
Defensive player of the year. You can make a case for T.J. Watt. You can make a case for Myles Garrett. But I'm going to go T.J. Watt. He's having an amazing year. Both of them are. They're both disruptive. Both great defensive players, man. I mean, hell, you know what I'm saying? It's hand in hand, you know what I mean? But I'm going to go T.J. Watt. Coach of the wait.
You did.
I already had coach of the year.
Yeah.
My bad. Comeback player of the year. Like Charles, I wanted to give it to JK, but we have to be realistic here, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to give it to Joe Burrow. What? Like, come on now. Like, he's number one in everything, bro. And even though the Bengals having a losing season, I mean, you can't deny what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's putting up insane numbers. Like, he playing on rookie mode out there. Like,
Absolutely.
for real. So that's my list. All right, but all right, next topic, man. So we're gonna do a start bench cut series, NFL edition, well, wide receiver edition. So my first one, Nico, AJ, Puka.
I'm starting Nico. Fuck, that's hard. Starting Nico, benching AJ, cutting Puka, but it's a hard cut. Like, it's extremely hard.
That's like a no, don't let go.
Yeah, literally.
Looking at it. I ain't mad at it though.
Versea.
Man, bro. Nico and AJ game so similar when it's some of their big playability. It's kind of like pick your preference, but I'm a Houston guy, so I'm going to be biased when saying Nico starting, benching AJ and cutting Puka. But like you said, it's like splitting hairs at that point.
Puka's so damn nice. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, it's real tough. With me, I'm gonna start AJ, bench Nico, and I'm gonna cut Puka. Sadly,
I don't even think that's like arguable because like their games are so similar.
that's true. They
They
both in the top 5. I mean, shit. Like,
yards per
Bro,
catch,
you didn't have
big
Nico in the top
playability.
five.
I did put Nico in my top 5. He was
You
number
had him
5.
at honorable mention.
No,
No, that was
I had
Cam.
number 5. That was Cam.
That was Cam.
I remember.
I remember that. That was Cam.
I was about to say somebody disrespecting him.
Nah,
It wasn't. It
would
wasn't.
pay.
I'm a realist. Next one, man. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill. Ooh.
We couldn't heal based off of this season.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
start.
Jamar, like I told Charles and Omari and everybody who wanted to say that, oh, it's Cheddars. I love his gritty. His gritty so nice.
Well,
I'm
I'm
like,
not damn about no damn
I
gritty.
don't get damn about no gritty, boy.
I'm crazy.
I'm talking about the best receiver in the league, Jamar Chase.
They
like
both
I
do the
told
gritty,
you from the
yeah.
beginning. So we gonna start Jamar Chase. We gonna bench Jettas. We cutting Tyreek. And you can't say nothing about this one, my brother. You going down. It's unfortunate that my takes age like fine wine, but it's okay.
This year, Chase is a triple crown, but we know who wearing the real crown is. Nah, I can't even do it.
I was like, okay. I was like, all right.
For now, I just want to emphasize, for now, I'm starting Chase. But trust and believe, Jetta's going to get his spot back. Just letting it be known.
Hey, it's took. So
Okay, I got one question.
what?
If Jettas go crazy in the playoffs, what would that do?
Nothing.
Nothing? On the biggest stages?
Nigga, we seen Jamar do it in his first 2 years in the league.
Fair.
He did it in the Super Bowl. Like, what are we talking
So
about?
if Jefferson updates his resume, it's still a no?
No, God, we seen Jamar do it in back to back against way tougher competition. So come on, let's be serious.
Right. With me, I'm gonna start Jamar, bench Jettas, and then I'm gonna cut Tyreek for sure. Next one, CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Terry McLaurin.
Scary Terry.
I'm starting.
Oh yeah, I like this. I like where this going. Oh yeah, I got my shit ready. Come on now.
I'm gonna start. I'm a bench. I'm gonna bench McLaurin. I'm cutting C.
Oh, man.
Come on now.
I can't believe I gotta be consistent.
Damn, Charles, make the decision.
I gotta start CD. I gotta start CD, man. I have to.
He like it 'cause he went to Foster.
Nah. I gotta start CD, man. And then, Amon and Scary Terry.
Yeah.
He mine, so I can tell you.
I probably bench Terry. But it's by slim here. It's by slim margins. I ain't gonna lie. But just off of consistency, I gotta say CD. I have to.
I mean, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna start. Me personally, I'm gonna start Omari St. Brown. I'm gonna bench CD, and I'm gonna cut Terry. Even though I fuck with Scary Terry, that nigga's nice. But it's just like
fuck with him enough.
You cutting Terry, even though he got.
Oh, I'm tripping. I said it wrong. Hold on, my bad. I meant to say, I'm gonna start Omari St. Brown. I'm gonna bench Scary Terry, and then I'm gonna cut CD. My bad, because CD he not doing nothing crazy this season. You know what I'm saying? He doing good, but no, I forgot what my fuck. Drink kick him in. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but the next one, man, we got George Pickens, Garrett Wilson, and Jalen Waddle. Oh, this one.
I'm starting George Pickens. I'm benching Garrett Wilson, cutting Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
I don't know. That Pickens, I rock with bro, and bro got the talent for sure to be one of them ones. But man, I gotta have a consistent effort, bro. I have to. I ain't gonna cut him, but I don't think he gonna start for my squad.
You taking Garrett?
I gotta take Garrett, man.
What has Garrett done?
Yeah, look at his track record with shitty quarterbacks all throughout his career.
He did have two. Didn't he have two 1,000 that season?
And he had Zach Wilson, Tim Boyle, throwing him the ball. Like, what do you expect to do with that? I mean, we thought Aaron Rodgers was going to take that team, or not me, but some people thought that Aaron Rodgers was going to take that team to the playoffs.
He was going to be the savior.
And he ain't do shit. So, like, what do you expect him to do?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So...
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing wrong with that.
Pickens can stay on the squad, but he ain't gonna start for me.
Lamar?
That's a tough one. Man, I'm gonna start Pickens, bench Garrett Wilson, and then I'm cutting Jalen Waddle. I fuck with Jalen Waddle though. He nice, but he not fucking with them too. Nah, not in my eyes. But the next ones, this one gonna be good right here. All right, Brian Thomas Jr. And then we got Malik Neighbors. And then we got Marvin Harrison Jr. So who y'all got?
The two juniors and my neighbor.
Like a good neighbor.
I'm gonna start Malik Neighbors. I'm gonna bench Brian Thomas. I'm gonna cut Marvin Harrison.
Oh shit.
Brian Thomas is actually nice. I ain't gonna
Bro,
lie.
but all three of them are nice. God damn.
Yeah, for sure.
They both all.
They
all
definitely got bright futures if they teams can actually do some shit for real. But I gotta agree. Neighbors, then Thomas, then Marv, and it's not no slight to Marv because Marv is that boy for sure.
Yes, bro. I think it's just the team that he's with.
Hell no. Cause shit, that nigga Brian Thomas with the Jaguars, they shit.
And he cutting up
with Mac Jones.
I mean,
This
Mac
nigga
Jones,
got Kyler
he
Murray.
played. Who got a better arm?
Kyler Murray.
Kyler for sure. Have you seen Mac Jones play football?
Not in a minute. I ain't gonna lie. I don't watch the Jaguars play. I'm gonna be real.
We got that nigga in our division. We see that nigga twice.
Lord, damn. I mean, I feel that. Me.
He did, yeah.
I gotta start that boy Malik Neighbors. Hey, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Come on now. And man, fuck that. I'm benching Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh, you cutting Brian Thomas?
Yeah.
Bro almost got 1,000.
I think he got it.
He do. But
He
I feel like if
he like disrespecting good.
no.
players.
I fuck with Brian Thomas. Don't get it twisted. He is a very. All three of them are cold as fuck. They all cold. It's just I feel like Marvin Harrison Jr.
what you
would do
feel
better
about
with he'll do better with a team that has a better caliber quarterback. If that makes sense.
You think that Marvin Harrison would be better with a better caliber quarterback?
Yeah, bro. I feel like we be talking about. Well, we talk about him, but we'll be talking about him how we talk about Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr.
Wait. You think that Malik Neighbors is a better caliber quarterback than?
Nah, he don't. But like,
Oh, I was finna
he getting it.
I was
But
finna
like,
say.
Malik, he just I don't know. He getting it done. I don't know. I guess
He's sixth
It's-
in the league in receiving yards, and he choosing Marvin Harrison Jr.
And then
he's sixth in the league.
Yes, he's been he torched
9
us.
touchdowns.
He torched us.
6'4", 205 doing this
Oh,
shit.
Brian Thomas.
Yes, he's
Ooh.
like that. But hey, you can stand on business.
Your
You
business.
good.
Shoot, I like,
But I mean,
I like
Marv has that. He has that potential to do the same.
Oh no,
shit,
he
though.
has that
Let's
potential.
be real. You
You
know what I'm saying?
referring to potential. I'm talking about what's going on right now.
You're right. So okay, all right. Let me redo the list. 'Cause these niggas is right. Let me redo the list.
Top.
Nah, I'm standing on what I'm saying. I'll get it down.
Yeah.
But they did make valid points. I'll be real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I might,
we
y'all
know.
gonna look at me crazy. I don't
Hey, we
care.
know what
You know
we
I'm
know what
saying?
your favorite car is.
What is it?
A Maserati.
Nah. You wrong. You hell no. That ain't hell no. It's a GTR, bro. You know what that is? It's a Godzilla.
I know
That's
what
what
a
it
GTR
is.
is.
Yeah, bro.
I'm
GTR.
talking about your favorite car.
No.
You gonna be sliding with Marv.
Hey, I'm with Malik. Goddamn, I'm with Neighbors. Fuck that. That nigga nice. He better than all of them, honestly. I think he is.
Missed all that time and he's still up there in yards.
Bro, I'm telling you, I wish we would have got him so bad. So moving on to the next topic, man, we got the Week 17 predictions, man. So, I mean, the Seahawks and the Bears already played. Texans unplayed. Ravens unplayed. Yeah, Chiefs unplayed. So first, okay, this Saturday, we have the Chargers versus the Patriots. Who y'all have?
They have the Patriots.
This nigga is such a troll. Like stop doing that. Stop doing that.
Wait, where
Okay, he got the Patriots.
Where they play?
New England.
That's gonna be a good game.
We're
but
not worried about
I got,
Foxborough. What the hell?
I want y'all to pull up the clip the moment they beat them too.
I got the
I got
Char-
New England.
I got the Chargers. It's gonna be a good game though. It's gonna be close.
Realistic.
Don't fuck up.
I mean, I ain't tripping. I got the Chargers. Hey,
Y'all-
looking ass.
Hey, y'all better win though, cause y'all can't afford no losses.
Why would we lose to a 3-12 team?
Shit, we lost
That'd
to
be-
a 3-12 team. What that
Ooh.
mean?
Oh, I mean that's dumb.
You know we got the same record. If y'all lose, we got the same record.
Well,
We
what's the
shouldn't.
next
We
team,
shouldn't
man?
lose. We shouldn't lose. Anyways, man, we got the Broncos versus the Bengals.
I got the Bengals.
Beating the Broncos.
Yeah, close game. Bengals.
Yeah.
And they at home, I got the Bengals.
Respect.
Man, Burrow gonna earn his stripes.
Bengals. Come on. Yeah, Bengals.
All right, next team.
Next team, man, we got the Cardinals. My bad. Next team, we got the Cardinals versus the Rams.
Rams for sure.
The Rams.
Yeah.
Murray is some ass.
I thought y'all said he got a.
We were talking about the receivers. We ain't talking
I
about
know,
team.
but we talking about. It don't even matter. Next team, man. Well, yeah. First off, I got the Rams.
Yeah,
Next team,
Rams.
man, we got the Jets versus the Bills. I got the
Bills, for
Bills.
sure.
That's an ass whooping.
Yeah, we all about the Benjamins over here. We got the Bills.
Oh, you already said yours. My fault. Oh my God. Next game, Titans versus the Jaguars.
Jaguars.
That's the shitty bowl. Give me the Titans.
AUC.
Bro. He showed his true colors and shit.
God
Damn. I got the Jaguars. They should win. Next game, man, we got the Panthers versus the Buccaneers. Ooh, that might be a.
I got the Panthers.
I ain't gonna lie, emerging Bryce Young. Come on, give me the Panthers. Show me something.
Panthers won't not playoff position, but drive seeding, and the Bucks got something to play for. They trying to catch up to the Falcons. I got the Bucks.
Really? Okay, I fuck with that. Next team, man, we got the Raiders versus the Saints. Oh my God, that might be it. Now that's the ass bowl.
The
right
Raiders,
there.
they got to win by default. Shit, Spencer Rattler.
If I wanted to see some ass, I would have just went to the strip club. What the fuck? Damn, I don't know who gonna win. I'm scared, bro. I guess the Raiders.
Hey, my mom does not want me to be a sinner, so I got no choice but to be a saint.
Hey, bro. Hey. Next, we got the damn. Okay, next game we got the Cowboys versus the Eagles. I got the Eagles for sure.
Belt to ass. It's gonna be closer than what expected though without Jalen Hurts. But
You think Carson Wentz can?
Carson wins.
Carson wins.
Ain't that the backup QB for him?
You better put that cup down, my boy.
What the fuck? He not the backup QB for him.
I can't put down the cup.
Wait, no, for real though. Who the backup quarterback for them niggas?
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, Kenny.
Why did I think he played for the fucking? I'm tweaking. My fault.
Hey,
is
cheeks,
sick.
man.
My fault is shit. God damn. My bad. That drink probably hit me.
Can't put down the cup.
Next game, man, we got the Colts versus the Giants. I have the Colts winning that game.
Colts in the default.
Colts.
Most definitely.
They still got a chance to go to the playoffs.
Dolphins versus the Browns.
Dolphins, I guess, but I mean, sure, I'm not really.
I support Marine.
The Browns are 3-12. Jesus.
I support Marine life. Go Dolphins.
Hey, let's go Dolphins. Come on now. Hey, okay. Green Bay Packers versus the Vikings. Vikings. Oh, that's what they be doing?
Yeah, that's what they.
I go Vikings, man.
The Beal horn
Yeah.
and all that shit. All that shit. Next game, man, we got the Falcons versus the Commanders.
Commanders in a close ass. I think I'll be better than what expected. Michael Penix's first primetime game.
He might show out.
He
I
might.
hope he do.
Jaden
I hope he
did.
do.
He might.
I hope he does.
But I got the Commanders, man.
I ain't mad.
I got the
You
Commanders.
taking command and shit? Like. Next game, man, we got the Lions versus the 49ers. Lions easily.
Purdy's ass.
It's Lions, man. It's ass whooping for sure.
And with that being said, man, that's the conclusion of episode 33 of Check the Stats podcast, man. If you made it to the end of the video, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on every video we got going on, man. We just black guys out here trying to make it happen, man. Support us, man. We need your support. If you made it to the end of the video, man, you're a real one. Shout out to my boys, man. Staying consistent. They stayed down for the journey, man. We on the come up.
Can't forget about Jesse.
Big Jizz.
We can't forget about
Yes,
him.
sir.
Man, the man with the plan. But Charles,
If you need them facts, check them stats.